Hey guys, Sajady here. Hope you are doing really well. A lot of crazy shit happening, guys. The world is changing. Internet connections changing. Just trying to figure out actually what's all going on. With the internet, the world again. Uh, the way I see it is that a lot of the forces that are coming through, trying to eliminate why we're here, is changing. So, so just give me a second to connect. Let's go ahead and while I'm doing this, uh, let's go ahead and just take a nice deep breath in. I'll guide you into a meditation while I get set up. There we go. And again, sorry for the delay. It's crazy shit happening for us here. This is why you're always tired and have no energy. And again, sorry for the delay. Thanks for waiting. Thanks for your patience again. So why you're always tired and have no energy? There's a ton of reasons why. And again, welcome. Thanks for waiting. Just kind of resetting. Uh, let's go ahead and take a deep breath in, and we'll get into those deeper states. Breath in again. For those who don't know me, well, I've had two near-death experiences, and I see the world from a very different perspective. A world outside of yourself, and that's really the key to really come into and really create who you are in a whole totally different way. As Einstein put it, taking a deep breath in, just noticing your chest area. As Einstein put it, you can't solve for a solution if you're in the same reality basically as the problem. So through those two near death experiences and honing those abilities, now you don't have to have that the near death experience to benefit from the teachings or to awaken. I've done that for you, but through those two near death experiences, I've learned a whole different say science on how and why this life works. It's pretty much like the Matrix if you really think about it. We're all created as frequencies. We're all created as frequencies. We're all created as frequencies, and it's about changing frequencies. It's not about changing your pocketbook, your lifestyle, your mental attitude, your habits, or anything like that. It literally is about changing your frequencies. When you can change your frequencies, and that's what XI is all about. When you can change your frequencies to it's like switching the channel. Um, imagine that you are um, dancing to music that you don't like. Right? You're dancing to this music that you don't like, and this is how we this is how we change, right? We our lives, we're dancing to the music of our life, right? We don't like it, so we put earplugs on. We try to listen to something else, we try to drown it out, we try to get used to it, but the deal is that you're still dancing to the same music that you don't like. So again, it's always there. It's always undermining everything that you do. So what XI is literally about is like, well, wait a second. If you're not liking the life that you have, again, dancing to that music, why not change the channel? Why not change your frequency? It literally is that easy. Um, the process is easy, but depending on how you go through the process, on going from this to A to B, just like that, that becomes a little hard for people because their identity changes so drastically fast. Um, So if you're into change and if you can handle change dramatically fast, then XI would be for you. But if you want to whine and cry, and hold on to your old self, and best opportunities in history to awaken and reclaim who you really are. Any relationship starts with, that relationship with yourself. I'm actually here to change your underlying program on how you see yourself in relationships. What we do here in exponential intelligence is literally change you from the ground or your main framework, okay? Your blueprint level.
As obviously works on a frequency level, and frequencies are like the A-bomb of healing because they fundamentally change your structure from a biological, chemical point of view. Maz's frequencies or Maz's meditations, they recalibrate that innate ability for a human being to come back towards homeostasis.
I think this type of thing, your work, XI, all that is a epigenetic factor. I think it is a great influence because if you can turn a genome on, you can turn it off. And I think that with XI, with what you do, I think those are higher levels of a person that have not been turned on yet that need to be turned on.
Right.
You can go in and hit like that little switch.
Yes.
Turn that on, and it might be something new for this person because it's something different, but that's what we want. This is all what we're wanting is a better way, a higher way of existing and living and being.
A completely new consciousness, a new version of myself.
I had no idea that it could shift so quickly, but it did. In just 18 days, it's really phenomenal.
Think of all the possibilities of you being abundant, you being happy, you being healthy, right? Without sacrifice or control or anything else that exists in this reality. That's the consciousness that I'm talking about. It is a disruptive technology. It'll massively transform your belief systems, your ideas into your best possible self. The concept behind the 18-day meditations is that, well, why can't we just live out of that higher level consciousness 24/7? Think of the possibilities that could open up for us.
Yeah, so many significant changes, and now literally life, it's like a system. Everything, all my relationships, all my experiences, everything is like working together to really create like the best possible situation for my evolution. So it's really beautiful.
My perspective on everything has just changed, out of this victimhood. Everything is here to help us. And I didn't know that till I started XI. This is only to strengthen me. This is only to get me to the next level.
The frequencies in this program were incredible. I've never been able to connect so much. I actually can now feel my higher self around me, which I couldn't before.
I started reaching a very solid state, like a solid original primal state. That's what I started experiencing. And from there, I started creating, getting really inspired and wanting to do things at the highest level, like really, really wanting to do things clearly at the highest level.
My shift in my energy, my self-worth, great things are just happening. They are happening synchronistically. I can walk in the woods and know that I am everything I need to be, and that the rest just flows.
It's a frequency-infused meditation that can drastically transform your life just by listening. It's not psychology, it's a way of being. It transforms you at your core. If you're willing to find out new possibilities or new realities, then that's for you. You get stronger, you get better, you get wiser. Yes, your problems and issues resolve really fast, but then you're taking the 18 days to see what the potential is for you. So it's not about, say, solving your issues. It's about, you're good to go. What more can we explore out there for you? And that's where it gets really exciting.
Trust that this man has the abilities that he has. Trust the process and trust your feelings.
I highly suggest just giving it a chance. Like, what is 18 days? Literally give yourself a full 18 days. You could just turn them on and go back to sleep, and you're gonna watch your life transform. You have unlimited possibilities. It's so much power.